Hi, I have successfully logged into Dr. Assist. So now this is my main page view. So over here at the left, you actually see the menu. So which consists of main registration, appointment, and so on. So if let's say you want to click on certain like clinic report, so you can actually click on it and you actually get the information. So for now at the main page, we are seeing the today's queue and today's appointment. So over here, these are the patients that has already came previously. So meantime, if let's say that you have a walk-in patient, you can put into the queue. So if let's say you have any patients that already make appointment with the clinic, will be shown at here as well. So on top of here is the quick search button for your existing patient. So let's say now the clinic has a new walk-in patient. So I would like to register the patients. Click on registration, put in the IC at the My Card reader and click on My Card. So within a very short period of time, 5 seconds, the patient information will be transferred from the IC to the system with the photo, name of the patient, IC number, date of birth, and extra information, and also the address of the patient. So what you might need to actually key in is like a phone number. So you can actually put it in, phone number, and billing type. So the billing type here, we actually trying to define whether the patient is a cash pay patient or panel patient. So if let's say it's a panel, just choose from the list, and the list can be customizable. So you can configure your own panel list, or for this patient, I choose is a cash paying patient. So once I've actually completed the compulsory to fill information, the bling sign save is actually will be here. So you can actually just save and proceed. If not, you can also actually fill in the optional information like emergency contact, the relationship between the emergency contact with the patient and the phone number, or else the company name, address, and so on. And over here, we have a column for you to put in how do you know us. This is actually important if let's say that you are doing some marketing for your clinic. So you would like to know where this patient get to know about your clinic, whether it's actually from flyer, magazine, or Facebook, Instagram, and so on, or maybe refer by a friend or by a doctor. So you can actually choose, let's say it's actually referred by a doctor, you would like to know from where. So you can also actually put in the list of like a clinic or agent that normally refer patients to you. You can actually, the nurse can actually choose from the list. If not, they can also actually key in the name of the clinic. So from there, later on, you can actually generate a report. So you will know actually where these patients actually getting to know from you for this period of time, from which source from a period of time. So meantime, you can also put in the allergy, medical illness, relationship. This one is to link up the patient, yeah, whether it's a parents, grandparents, uncle, aunties, it's like a family tree amongst your patients pool. So allergy, you can quickly key in the allergy medication, add into the list. Illness, let's say the patients mentioned to the nurse that she has a hypertension, so can also put it in here and save. So patient is registered successfully. Next, the system will actually prompt you to put the patient into the queue. So you can actually select what is the reason of the patient coming to the clinic, whether it's for MEMA, medical checkup, a walk-in. So this list customizable. So you can actually put in your own list, walk-in, consultation, who is the doctor, what is the status. Let's say the patient right here waiting. So you can actually start, put the patient into waiting status. And for information, we are tracking the patient durations from status to status. So after all, if let's say you would like to analyze whether that the patients really waiting for so long for the consultation or maybe for the pharmacy, so we are tracking and we give you the report. So once save, and now you have a new patients with the color of blue. This is actually the color to indicate whether it's a new patient, existing patient, appointment but not arriving on time, and MR created, which is a medical record created, meaning that it's already under consultation, or order created and settled. This is actually in black color. So one glance, you know who are the patients in what kind of status. So now, let's say at the counter, there's another assisting patient at the counter. So they can actually search the patient by IC or name or phone number, or many actually way of searching the assisting patient. Let's say I click on this is the assisting patient, so I can again quickly put the patient into the queue. So now you will see that there is two patients waiting for Dr. A. So as Dr. A, I will actually pick up my patient. So let's say I want to I want to see patient running now, double click on the patient. And for this new patient, there is no old visit note. So I will just need to create a new one for today. So once I actually create a new medical record, the system, the queue system at the patient waiting area, if let's say you have set up a TV at the patient waiting area, we actually show up the patient name, bling bling, and calling the patient to Dr. A room. So over here, there's a case note for me to put in the history of the patients, I mean the medical record of the patient. So let's say the patients have been having fever for 7 days. And diagnosis you can actually select from the list, so that you actually save your time. You do not need to key in every single little words, but you can also still add on your own words. So next action, what you want to do with the patient, you can actually put it in here. Let's say to go for a blood test. Yeah, so treatment consultation 15 ringgit. Maybe you want to actually get a patient to do a dengue test, 150. So prescription. So maybe doctor, you would like to prescribe a PCN sub for the patient, and you can actually indicate what is the dosage one time. Maybe this could be when needed, or maybe on the morning or night, once daily, twice daily, 3 TDS after meal, before meal. So this instruction, again, customizable. You can also preset it by medication. So let's say now I want to put when needed. So I just select when needed, and I would like to maybe for 5 days. And the price, if let's say preset will actually show up here. If not, it might be zero, then you can actually put in the price accordingly, add into the bill. So that's it. Basically, doctor, you have done your medical record. You can actually proceed to the next patient. So it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. It's like you have already done to full record, and consultation done, go to the queue, pick up another patient. So you can see that for patient Tan Wan Ling, the status automatically now changed to settlement because of the bill has already created. So that actually notified the counter to proceed with the payment collection. And now, Dr. A, you might like to pick up another patient who is a demo patient, Dr. Nadia. So let's say you want to pick up this patient, double click on the patient, and for this patient, you can see that the patient is the panel patient, and in fact, there is a overdue charges, meaning this patient actually owed the clinic some money, haven't settled the full payment for the previous note, and that was like back in 23rd November 2018. So what I would like to call upon the patients, I just create a new medical record. And over here, because of the patient is a old patient who have old visit note, so I can actually look the chronicle note, and I will be able to view what I have actually prescribed to the patient, what is the diagnosis and history, and so on. So if let's say that you have more than 1 day, you actually all listed here. So you just need to scroll down and get the full medical record about the patient previously. Yeah. And doctor, what you're actually seeing currently, it could be the similar view, which is the case note. But for your information, we do have an option for hand note, whereby you may actually prefer to do a handwriting, a scribbling, than just using the keyboard to key in. So we give you an option to write. Yeah, so you can actually put it in like, let's say these patients like having migraine, 3 days. Yeah, you can also change the color or make it smaller. Yeah, you can actually put in your note, 1, 2, 3. So maybe you also would like to put in your prescription, say PCM again. Yeah, 250 mg, 3 times 70. So you can actually put in your second medication or maybe consultation, 15 ringgit. So you can actually write, and this is like so easy, so friendly, and not just limit to a blank note like what I'm showing you now. You can also even put in your template. So you can actually have different type of template. It can be a checklist as well. So let's say you want to actually explain to the patients about, maybe I choose like a medical checklist. You can put in a medical checklist, or you can actually put in a general system. Then you actually can explain to the patient, this is your condition, blah blah blah. Then this record will be saved as it is. So next time when the patient come back, you can view back. Meantime, you can also make use of this template to educate your patients, because when they view the diagram, they can understand better as compared to just a written note. So and for this, even the hand note, you can also view the previous record. So let's say this patient only has one record, you can also actually click on previous, and you see this is the actually old note, the hand note. This was 23rd November 2018. Next is actually today. This is what I've written for today. So it's like as simple as you can just flick through the medical record. Simple as this. Yeah. So if let's say doctor, if you actually prefer to scribble, you can make use of the hand note, and you also actually can easily generate a letter. We have a letter format. You can actually choose, let's say you want to refer the patient to another doctor. So you can actually have a preset of like a template. You can actually put in even a consent form. Yeah, preset of consent form in the system. So let's say you like to put in this consent form, you just save, and you can actually print. Just click on print. Yeah. So this will actually show up the clinic address, logo, the patient details, IC number, name of the patient, and also the content about the consent. All these details will be in here. So from here, you can print out and get the patient sign off, and you can actually give it to the patient. So it can be any kind of letter. So you can actually even design your own template over here. So this thing will be actually recorded in the system. So beside that, doctor, actually, if you actually would like to scan in the old medical record, maybe in the card format currently, or maybe the patient brings you some blood test report, all these things you can actually straight away link with your scanner and scan into the file and images so that you can view it in the future. Or you can also even attach an image of the patient. Let's say the patient bring you an X-ray, you can also actually put it in here, and or you can capture a photo straight away from here. If let's say there's a webcam which already integrated with your laptop, your PC or webcam setup, then we can actually capture a photo straight away, or again, you can attach any files. See, you can even put side by side to show to your patient. It can be anything. It can be a wound. Maybe you're doing a wound care dressing for the patient. You can capture a photo before the treatment. So next time when the patient come back for the second treatment, you capture another photo. You can put side by side and show to your patient. And this not limit to image. You can even actually put in any kind of documents. It can be Excel, a Word, a PDF. So all you can keep in a nutshell for you to diagnose the patients and also show to the patient or keep track on the history. So this is all under the file and images. So once you have actually done that, you can just save and proceed to the next patients. Go to queue. So doctor, you can actually see that currently the counter will actually see that for patient Tan Wan Ling is under settlement. So what they need to do is just that double click on the patient and they know there's an overdue charge. They click on the overdue charge and there's a bill that yet to be settled, 175 ringgit not paid. So they just double click on the patient name, and if there's any dispensary, yeah, they can actually print the label. Can actually show you the sample first? Yup, the clinic address, medication, patient name, how many times, and so on. So if let's say it's okay, they can just print. So we can actually link it with the sticker printer to print out the sticker and put at the medication and advise the patient what is how to actually take the medication. But overall, there's a few things that they're actually charging to the patient. Click on pay. There's a plain thing, right? Just follow the instruction, pay. Payment method, whether by cash, master, check, visa, debit card. Even you can add on to touch and go e-wallet, online transfer. So all these things customizable, you can actually define it. So let's say the patient paying cash, just pay and print invoice. So this is the 3 basic steps. Register the patient, create a medical record. Now is the payment, settle, as simple as this. And this will actually show the patient name, the charges, and also the payment method. But if let's say, doctor, you prefer, or maybe the patient prefers something not itemized, you can, our system already having this function that you can unclick itemized printing. When you print again, it would just a lump sum figure of 175 for treatment and medication as per following description. So without much of troublesome, you can actually create such invoice as well. So once done, you can see that the status is closed. Yeah, that's all. But for another patient, because some doctor, if let's say you actually prefer to use a hand note, meaning that you don't want to actually use the keyboard, yeah, you want something very quick. So if let's say that's the case, you can see that now the nurse know that this patient's is consultation done, but then they need to actually create a bill for the patient based on what you have actually written in your hand note. So they can see PCN 3 times a day, 7 days a week. So what they can do is they can just, based on your note, they create the bill for you. See, so they can actually put it in. Yeah, but for this one, actually I have a limited stock. So again, if let's say you have no stock, you can actually prescribe. So our system actually showing low stock, last 4 units. Let's say I still want to actually prescribe for the patient, maybe just for 4 units. But over here, I will actually say when needed. Yep, right. And where is the dosage? Where is the maximum dose? You can actually put it in here, like 1 unit maximum. So you can actually, if let's say you want to type, you can actually put in additional instruction. So so I want to maybe prescribe 3 units for the patient to stand by. So add it to the bill. So let's say the doctor actually charge consultation of 15 ringgit. So the nurse can actually help you to create the bill so that the billing and the payment and the inventory for the stock is all kept precisely, systematically in the system. But to the doctor, you can just scribble. So it's very fast for you to pick up the patient, seeing the patient, making the medical record. So once done, save, close, and now they're back to the queue for the pharmacy. It's time for them to dispense and collect the payment. It's the same step that come to here, collect the payment. But for this patient, basically is a mass patient, the panel patient. So you may actually just dispense the medication without collecting the payment from the patient. So they can still, based on the dispensary, give it out the medication to the patient. And previously, the patient got one old bill, haven't settled, and that at that point of time is a cash paying patient, actually the nurse also can actually collect the old bill. So just pay, asking the patient to settle the old bill and give the receipt to the patient. So over here, actually for this patient already done. So as simple as this. Beside the basic functions like to actually until the end of the payment, you may also like, for example, to create an MC for the patients. So let's say for these patients, request for MC. So what you need to do is just over here, create an MC. How many days? Let's say you want to give 1 day MC for these patients. And you might want to actually put in the reason. Then you can actually put in the reason, or optional not to put in. If let's say, okay, just print. Yeah, this is our standard format of MC. Indicate patient name, IC number, unfit for duty for 1 day. So for today, done. But if let's say that the patient require time slip instead of MC, so we have an option of time slip as well. Then from the start time, end time, and if let's say it's actually for the parent to show the time slip, so you can also actually put it in the parent's name instead of the patient name. Patient name could be the kid. Then you put in the who actually accompany that require time slip when they actually back to work to the HR. So we have a time slip or MC in the system. Beside that, if let's say you want to actually collect the deposit from a patient, so you can collect the prepaid, put in the amount. The prepaid is actually paid by MasterCard, check or Visa. It's actually up to you. Let's say the patient pay by MasterCard, then you can straight away click print. Then you can actually generate a receipt to the patient. So this will be the receipt of the deposit. But sometimes, doctor, we understand that maybe by end of the year, some patient may actually request for a receipt, right, for the payment. But then they will actually would like to proceed for some of the treatment next year. So we can also actually change the collected the receipt to official receipt instead of showing a prepaid. So over here, you can see that this patient now having a prepaid of 500 in your clinic. So last but not least, you would like to know by day end, you want to do a day end payment summary. So we can actually select the date, search for all the bill for today. Sorry, this is actually from 1st till April. Let's say it's just for today, 14. So this is all the bill for today, and also a collection for the old record. So over here, you can actually just click on here, print day and closing summary. Then you get to know all the billing record for today, the payment amount, payment list. This is actually payment list by cash, by master, check, Visa, debit card, and so on. Or if let's say you are using the credit note function, you credit out some of the bill, or there's a prepaid collection, cashier status summary, total sales. This one is like for you to actually verify to check. But if let's say that you want to just print it out to have a look at the overall picture just by one page, yeah, we already having this function. Day end closing summary for today, all the bill collection and so on. Then method of payment, cash, master, Visa, check, or online payment whatsoever. Then all this is like just by one glance. You get all the details. So you can actually do your closing very effectively and very precisely. So, we understand that in maybe GP or medical clinic, right, a lot of time you have patients that actually come in from panels. So we are also having all covered reports that you can generate for panel. First, you can go to the clinic report and you can actually go to, we have actually more than 30 reports preset in the system, like for the business, for clinical research, compliance report. A lot of time is the KKM required reports, like such as all dispensary report, patient recall by product, and so on, psychotropic dispensary report. You just click, you can double click and generate, as simple as this. So marketing report as well. So let's say, doctor, you would like to generate the panel report. So you can just double click on the panel, click on the date, a period of time, maybe from 1st of May till 14th of May. Then if it's a specific panel that you want to generate, you can always do that. Or you can actually go by all. But now I would like to choose for a mask. I just load the report. So by just one click, you get all the details that you need. The company, the name of the patients, the company address, IC number, as well as the amount. Submit to the panel for claim. And this report is customizable. If let's say that your panel require different kind of format, we can actually do the customization. So let's say I want to actually know the daily collection summary, and there are so many reports. I want to know how does it look like? What is this report all about? So here there's a description showing the report is actually the date of range, generate the report, transaction method while the patient make the payment. But I want to preview the report first before I generate the data. So you can also do that. You can actually preview the record. Sorry, maybe I click on okay, preview. Yeah, okay, so control. Okay, you can actually see the preview over here. Yeah. So there are many actually report that you can actually make use of. Yeah, this is the sample. Daily collection summary. So cash, master, visa, check by date. And over here, it will actually show you how we get the data and show in the report where we get the data from. So it's actually basically from the billing. We're actually getting the date of the bill, the total amount, the payment method, and so on. So to display in the report for you. So this is actually the preview. But if let's say you want to generate, just double click on it, select the date that you want the report to be, just load the report, and you get the report instantly. Yeah, this is the example, the demo data. Okay, so there are actually many reports that you can actually make use of. Like for example, marketing, you want to know who are your patients, how many of the new patients, what kind of appointment details they are coming for, what reason. So you can actually generate that. And the refer register, like just now when I actually show you when you register a patient, you put in the source, like how they actually get to know you. Then you can actually come here, generate the report, the referral register. So how they actually referral register, this is actually for you to refer out a patient. But for the referral source is where is by the channel, how they get to know you. So you can actually double click on it. Again, you select the date, you load the report, you know these patients, how they get to know about your clinic. So this is actually the new registered patient and where they actually get to know you. Sorry, I generate the wrong one. This is the patient visit summary, resource source, referral source, which is the marketing source. See, today I only register one new patient, Tan Wan Ling, and refer by Dr. Clinic Dr. Tan. So if let's say that you actually would like to maybe just do by year end to identify who are the one that actually refer most of a lot of patients to you, then you want to actually work out a hamper token of appreciations to your friend, to the doctor, to whoever that actually referring the patients to you. See, you can actually do that very easily from the report part. And definitely none of the beside that also you can actually generate a lot of report on the stock inventory, stock going to expire in 6 months time. All these informations you can just by one click you can generate a report, like all stock expiring in 6 months. Why this report is important? Because of you want to minimize the wastage or lost when you get like a lot of stock expired without the nurse notified you, or maybe it's just like mismanaged. So basically over here you can generate a report every month. You know what are the items is going to expire in 6 months time, then you can actually ask the supplier to maybe exchange the stock for you, or maybe you can quickly dispense it out. So you can just by one click you can generate a report as per just now what I show you. So maybe next I would like to show you is on the stock and services, because now you can actually track the inventory more effectively here. So if let's say you search the items, it actually listed to showing all your medications. And if let's say you want to see the inventory, you can just click on inventory by category. Let's say antibiotic. Can generate antibiotic, the items, where is the balance, and where is the status, where is the value. This is actually the inventory list. Or you can actually, if let's say you want to very specific to know the stock movement, yeah, this one is actually how is the movement like, when was the purchase, how many sold, how many consumed, meaning that used by the clinic but not charged to the patients. Like for example, sometimes you have some items like consumable items like needles, glove, yep, you can actually consume. Then you can actually still tracking how is the usage, credit note, return in, out, transfer in and out. And at the end of the day, you want to know where's the stock closing. See, this is actually as simple as this. So how about stock take? Maybe once in a quarter, once in a year, you do stock take. We already having a stock take function to show you all the stock and where is the stock balance. So when they count, if let's say it's a lot of stock, they can actually optional to print out this list and do the stock take and put in the figure. If not, they can also straight away key in the figure here. Let's say for this Amosil, when they actually do the stock count is only at 270. So there's a short of 2 unit here. For this item, when they do the stock count is 45, so it's tally. So if let's say there's a short, they will need to actually like investigate and find out why there's a short in terms of the items. Then they can also actually put in the remark here. So once they actually save, basically we already updating the stock balance as per what after the stock take done. So the price control function is actually for you to do a price control by the user, meaning you can actually set the upper limit and lower limit for the doctor to prescribe. So let's say for this item, the price is 210 for approval 300 mg. You can also actually set a limit of upper limit 10 and upper limit 10%, so that your doctor can actually give some discount to the patient or mark up a little bit, but within this limit, 10% upper limit and 10% lower limit. So you can actually set up this kind of like control to the pricing, for the pricing. So you will not like sometimes some local doctor overcharge the patients, then you receive a complaint, or when they actually like having a relative coming to the clinic, they just like charge too little to the patients. Need the system, you able to control that. Yeah. And if let's say that before the installation, we will actually give you, you can actually provide us a list of the medications of your clinic, or maybe the services and product that you're actually providing in your clinic. We will, in the Excel format, we can insert into the system straight away for you. So it will be very easy when you first when we actually providing the training to you, you can straight away use the system because the list is already in the system. But time to time, when you have a new item that you want to put into your clinic service, so you can actually click on new item, then we allow you to define it whether it's a product, a service, is a medication, or immunization, which is like the vaccine. So let's say it's a product, then you can actually put it in whether it's a product, neuropathy, eye drops or whatever, then put in the item. You say item ABC, then you can put in the selling price 40, and you can even actually define by panel. So maybe some panel you would like to charge more, then you can actually put in the higher price. For cash paying patient, it could be following the 40 ringgit. But for Maybank, you want to actually charge more, let's say 50. So you can actually do that. You can actually set the price based on the panel. Yeah. So restock level, all this, you can actually also set it over here. Supplier name, let's say you are actually getting it from company XYZ. So all this you can actually pre-key in here. So once saved, now you have a new item ABC. Yeah. So next time when you actually want to stock in the item, you can just actually click on the stock. When you're actually receiving the stock, just click on the normal saline, for example, stock batch transaction. So you will actually now receiving this stock. Then you can actually stock in into the system. Like for example, new stock batch. Now I stock in. Yeah, you can actually like having a series here. Let's say antibiotic, Amoxil 250 mg purchase. I purchased in this item and put in the quantity 100. The price could be 30 ringgit. So automatically will calculate out the amount. And if let's say there's any SSD amount, you can actually put it in. Then expiry date. So this is where you check on the expiry date and put in the expiry date. Invoice number, batch number, optional, but we allowed you to put it in as well so that it's easier for you to keep track on this. So you can add into the list, meaning that it's already updated into the system that I now have one additional of, I'm receiving 100 units of Amoxil 250 mg. So when you actually save, then basically you have done for the receiving stock. So let's say I go back to antibiotic. So I get to know how is the stock level of the item Amoxil, how many I have, and the charges. Okay,